recorded any poetry videos in a little while, and a few of you have suggested that I ought to. So I'm just going to make this quick one. And it's two poems. One of them's by me, and one of them's not by me, but it's a poem that I like very much. So to start off with, I'm going to read mine, and it's called I Can Read You Like a Book, Paul. Paul called me half drunk and ordered a pizza. I'll have some pineapples, some chili, and some jalapeno poppers. How much is that, please? I tell him it's £10,000. Oh no, I haven't accidentally called Harrod's Pizza again, have I? I tell him yes, and that he must call me Ms. Harrod's, since Mr. Harrod's recently passed away. Well then, Ms. Harrod's, he says. What are you doing later, and do you still do those tiny little ballerina figurines on top of the pizza, making the pizza look all pretty? I can read Paul like a book now that my Kindle is also called Paul. He asks me several times what I have done this evening. Just typing up my poetry, I said. Just chatting up some Cornish people, he replies in disbelief. I tell him, I wrote poems about my food talking to me again. It seems to be a common theme. This time, it's indifferent cereal. Last time, it was disapproving couscous. He tries to make me blush by talking about IRL kissing, but I am cool like a ninja, so I say I am cool like a ninja. Well then, ninja, he says, I am going to kiss your ninja gear right off. And then we laugh. I tell him that I love him, and he says he loves me too. And as I put down the phone, smiling, I think, I can read you like a book, Paul, and he can read me like one too. The second poem I'm going to read for you is not by me, but by the very Paul that I mentioned in the previous poem. It was in Sadcore Dadwave issue 4, and I very much liked it. I don't fully know how to pronounce the title, so I'll give it a college try. I think it's Aldila. So if that's the case, then this is Idila by Paul Askew. I wouldn't say I'm looking into the void. More like it's on the TV while I'm on the sofa, updating Twitter, saying that I'm in tonight watching The Void. The Void is bad comedy. Its jokes are stale, outdated. It's easy to ignore, but it's still there. The Void has joined me for a drink with some mates and sits there looking at its pint for the whole night. It sucks the atmosphere out of the room. I leave early, embarrassed that I brought the Void out with me. The Void tries teaching me to skateboard. I think it's confused 31 for 13. My body isn't what it used to be, and the Void is getting frustrated. Afterwards, I have a milkshake. I don't understand you, the Void says in between sips of energy drink. You were fun before you died. Yeah, I've had a lot of that recently. We're all at the fair. I'm the one looking after people's bags whilst they go on rides. They seem to have forgotten that I never liked rides in the first place. While they're all on the rota, the Void wins a goldfish at the hooker duck stall and promptly downs it in one. It's Christmas time and the Void has taken me to see a pantomime. It's getting really into it and doesn't understand why I don't seem to be enjoying myself. For the next few days, whenever I lose something, it's because the Void has hidden it somewhere behind me, so that when I ask where it is, the Void can say, "It's behind you." The Void is becoming rather tedious. Why is it snowing in Burnley in August? I'm on a bus. The Void is tapping my temples and singing Johnny Cash songs at me. I'm looking out the window, watching a couple kissing, and missing my girlfriend. When I was alive, I was in love. We bonded over comedy, courted on wine, lived on sex. We kissed in public. We were the most unsubtle couple you ever met. Our jilted admirers didn't know how to handle us. Time worked against us. Too slow when apart, too quick when together, but boy, when we were together, we were explosive. We were the cheesiest fiction, the funniest humorist, the classiest pornography. We felt each other's heartbeats, mocked each other gently. We would lie together and not care how sweaty we got. When we were together, everything felt just perfect. In the library, the void is showing me photographs of redheads with their breasts out. This is annoying. It's supposed to be going over a draft of my latest poem. At an open mic night, the void is reciting my latest review. The writer hated me. The audience finds this hilarious. I go to the bar, get a large whiskey. I can hear the void getting the biggest applause of the night. Wouldn't like to be the guy that's about, I hear someone say. I down my whiskey too enthusiastically and fall off my stool. The void has tied me to a chair and is force-feeding me pork pies. We need to fatten you up. You're becoming invisible. It's true that I've been off my food since I died. Remember, you have an image to maintain, it says, stuffing a handful of cheese in my mouth. I ask the void if it's ever been to America. It hasn't, but has watched lots of American films. I especially like that Christian Bale guy. You get the feeling he's genuinely unhinged, a real American psycho. The void laughs at its joke, until I point out that Christian Bale is actually Welsh. The void starts crying, and I feel pretty smug to have finally got one up on it. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.